All right. So we are in chapter 3. We need to dock to our Arklabas, right? This is where we stop. And I think Claire wants me. Oh my god, we're going. I was not ready for this one. I wasn't ready to go straight into the docking procedure.
The dialogue just docking, yeah.
Yeah, I've skipped all of it. I've skipped, like, we've watched the cutscenes with Jeremy and Jill last time. But yeah, this part is really freaking awesome. The docking part, it just looks so real to real life.
It is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Was the inspiration for this part the real docking procedures? And if yes,
Yeah.
how many of those have you watched?
Oof, not that many, because actually we took that part from Deliverance the Moon, so it was already made. We just readjusted, so there was no need for an initial design for me, because I started only on Deliverance Mars, right?
Right.
So yeah, so what I did was basically just took what was in Deliverance the Moon and put it in, so
So
and made it a bit better.
Oh, am I going too fast? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I think
it's okay. It works. Yeah, it works anyway.
I think I got it.
Yes.
I've never actually seen the scene of like what happens if you don't dock right. I don't think I've seen it. Is there one?
Yeah, there's a fail state. It's like Clara screaming, "Kathy, yeah!" and then it goes back and you start again.
I just realized that I've never ever like seen it out there. But she says good job.
To enter the ship.
Recycling docking procedure.
Yes, that's typical, right? Recycling stuff in the game development industry. It's good.
Sis, I can join them to investigate. We only need one person. That's not necessary. It's not necessary for me to stay
Sophia,
here
what's your favorite character in Deliverance Mars?
My sister.
I know it's not Isaac. I hate Isaac.
You hate Isaac?
Yes. I mean, I think he's a very good, as in well-made character. He's very well-rounded and all of that, but I think he's not a good person, and I don't like him at all.
All right. Okay.
So not Isaac.
Okay.
Maybe Sarah. Maybe Sarah, because she's going through a hard time, right? A very hard time.
Right.
Yeah, but she's always doing her best. So yeah, I love Sarah.
So Sarah, yeah.
Maybe Kathy. I don't know. It's hard now that you ask it. I love all of them.
Another question to confirm if it's true or not. Last stream, last Wednesday, Jeremy told me that in Deliverance Mars, Earth and Mars are actually flat. Is that true?
Yes, it is very true. Yes, that's a material on a plane.
Is there any specific reason why is it better to just basically put a flat image there instead of like an actual round model of Mars behind the window?
It's heavy because it's so everything you need to see is on this side, right? You don't need to see the other side. So the plane on the other side is actually, there's nothing, it's invisible. So if you look from the other side, you don't even see the planet.
Okay, all right. So yeah, the reality of game dev is that sometimes you do have to make it flat. Oh boy, this part is so cool. We're actually going into Arklabas. This is wonderful. Yes. Do you easily get motion sick?
No, I'm lucky. I don't.
You don't.
Yeah, I can move in 0G the whole day. But I have a friend of mine who played the game and I was like, I don't know how to play this part. I get too sick. So I gave him, the link we have for motion sickness.
Yeah, so for everybody who's watching us right now, we actually do have, I think it should be on the Steam forums as well and on all of the platforms.
Beautiful.
Oh, are you actually following us, Lila? We have a link which gives you recommended settings for when you get motion sick, but also I think you can just like get third person as well, right?
Yeah.
Third person.
That is so cool. Yeah.
Third person should be fine.
Yeah. So cool. I never really played third person.
Because I think like so many people didn't even know third person was a thing because I think it was added like almost last minute, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty late. Yeah, so whenever I tested stuff, it was only first person. Yeah. Another weird thing is that there are so many cinematics that I've never seen them, never watched them. I still need to, because I don't need them for gameplay, right? So I just keep them every time, yeah.
Okay, I think we are supposed to go Yeah, this here has nothing quite yet. I remember when I like first floated into this room, when I played the game for the first time on my own stream, I got in there and I was like, whoa, the lighting makes everything so cool. It's just like even inside the spaceship, everything looks so different, like different locations and
Isn't this quiet everywhere inside the ship?
Yeah, it is very cool, Albus. I love this part.
yes.
It gives you the heebie-jeebies, right? In a good way. It's a bit creepy. I like it.
It is really, really good, and it's also so tense, and there is no one there, and it's 0G, and everything makes noise, and a lot of things are just like floating here, and I really, really do love it. And then there are sheets and blankets.
Yes, and they move. My God, for the longest time, the physics didn't work
Oh,
here.
really?
You could just bump into them and they wouldn't move.
Ah.
And I think it was like 3 or 4 people, me included, working on this, trying to fix it, and we just couldn't figure out why. Because sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
This is so cool now
And-
because basically in this place we can push everything around and it just continues floating like it would with the physics, like this jacket for instance.
Yeah.
Boom, and then it just
Cool.
like goes like the uniform. This is amazing, truly. Was
Right?
it
Yeah.
difficult to achieve?
Well, I ended up not working on it anymore because I didn't know how to fix it. Remco fixed it, but it took a bit. Yeah, it took mostly a bit to figure out why it wasn't working. But it was something with the physics. Too techy even for me, so I
To
didn't know.
take even for you. This
Yeah,
is
I didn't know the details.
I love asking all of those questions because it tells everyone how complex game development is, that in this tiny little room where normally you only float by it and you then just say goodbye about to it, like you forget that the room even existed in the first place. There is
Yeah.
the 0G physics that should totally work. For sure. All right, we get in.
Oh, I love this room. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, this room is so good.
Have you seen this?
This is
I've seen tiny crackpots in
amazing.
one place before.
Yeah, I love it.
This is great. I am a bit sad that yet because with the current version 1.0.1, I don't have to do the puzzle again, the hologram puzzle to watch the puzzle,
Oh,
so I
okay.
can just press it and do it. But can we talk a little bit about it because some people have seen it?
Yes.
Because
A
was it
hologram.
your design?
Here.
Yes, it was. I worked on this. This is like
How
my
did you
thing with
find
the
this data?
hologram puzzles. Yeah.
Are you
Right,
keeping
so
secrets from me
here for
or-
now it tells me just like I can just watch it,
Let's
but
take a
can you tell a little bit for people, because most of people have played the game, what's going on there and what do you have to do and why did you decide to go with it and not just let people press the button and watch the hologram?
Yeah. Well, we needed them to be encrypted, right? So this could either be a narrative thing, so you know that they're encrypted and that's it, or we could put some more gameplay to it, so some actual decryption, right, to make you feel like you're decrypting them. So we wanted to go with that, but we had some restrictions with the narrative because in every cinematic, hologram cinematic, Ayla starts in a very specific place, right? So it couldn't just be random. We needed Ayla to end up in a specific place for the cinematic. So I came up with this, which is that you need to find a specific spot in space and this is the feedback of the that you see in the decryption. So the 3 balls that lock into place, they are basically a feedback of where you are compared to the starting point of the
Looks
decryption.
like there's some sort of
It was
encryption
also-
to decipher.
This was also a team effort, of course, right? Because the way I designed it, it worked. Okay, give the idea what you need to do, but it was a
Yeah.
bit finicky. There was some stuff that didn't work very well. So then Remco, our lead programmer, put his hands into it. He was like, okay, I think I can make it better. And he did. He made it so much better. So yeah, that was great. I remember when I tested the first time after he worked on it, I was like, oh my God, Remco, this is amazing. Yes, please, let's keep this.
I love this. So basically, we won't be able to see that right now. But what you do, you press X to start the decryption, and then you need to position Ayla in the right way in both of the 3 dimensions. So you can move forward, backwards, up, down, and then like a little bit to the side. So the idea is so that Ayla is in the right position to play the hologram, right? To show everything. I really love it because it makes so much sense basically than to just fly around and watch them.
Yeah. Yeah, and the idea was I was started with the lock picking, right? That's why they call lock. Because that's the starting concept. But then, of course, it evolved, and now it doesn't really look like lock picking anymore.
This cutscene is so cool, and I was so impressed when I've seen it for the very first time. Just because we're also in 0G, and there is just so, like, the scale of this. I don't think I've seen this in any other video game out there.
Yeah, I think what other video game does 0G like this? I think not many.
Maybe people in chat can help me as well. Which games do feature like story-based games? I don't think there is a zero. Whenever there is a 0G sequence in Mass Effect, for instance, we always have the magnetic boots.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Shepard never really like floats in there. I don't think I can.
Just strong boost, yeah.
Yeah. What is your opinion on MacArthur, Sophia?
Oof. No, I like him even less than Isaac.
There's no coming back from the
Is he the worst of them all then?
I don't know, because he's just the worst, right? But I don't have any attachment to him. Well, Isaac sometimes pulls on my heartstrings, so like, why do you have to be so relatable sometimes, Isaac? I wish I could just hate you, but yeah.
You've never felt this way towards MacArthur though?
No, I just don't like MacArthur. I think he's selfish.
Okay. Alright. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil the game, like, kind of a little bit further because we're gonna play through it and we will get to the part. But, I'm actually kind of, like, a bit different towards what you think. Because MacArthur, at some point, became very relatable to me. And he had a certain cutscene, like, I hated him for the longest of times, and then at one time I was like, actually, you know what? He actually makes sense here, and I actually felt a little bit for him. And I'm just like, you know. But his methods were questionable now.
Yeah. No, I think I know what cutscene you're referring to. Yeah, okay, I get why, yes. But still, I think he's the worst. Yeah.
He's still okay. He's the worst. Okay. This is this is amazing. Also, CHM Interactive says, I hope Weird Brewing and Spaceship 2 Look and Deliver as the Moon with a much bigger explosion. What do you mean? Which one do you mean? Arc Labas or this one?
What were you hoping to achieve?
Which spaceship are we talking about there? It's an important question.
I don't want to force you to cooperate, but
tell that to the fine men you've got escorting me.
This one.
I'm sorry it came to this.
I don't want to spoil.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna say anything.
Because I'm just like, I'm asking the question, but at the same time I'm like, I don't quite want to spoil it just yet.
No spoilers.
No spoilers there.
You will see enough destroyed stuff, though. Don't worry.
It's a good thing to say.
Nice. I love how they did the mock-up for the 0G. Did you talk already about it with Jill and Jeremy?
We actually, I think, talked about it with.
So go ahead and strike them from your backups, okay?
I'm trying to see here. Like, I have my ground control here. I know. I have my laptop here, trying to get back to chat, and also to our little call there. There we go. I think I'm back there.
Nice.
All right. Good. And yes. All right. Making sure that you, Sofia, can also see me there.
Yes, I did. I was like, wait, where is she gone? But now you're back.
Yeah, I was for everybody to like to have an explanation of how it works, because I am. Oh no! Now you go. Oh no! I broke everything. Come on, come back, Sophia. Come back. It was working. It was working fine. Give me a second. While I talk about it, yeah, we talked about how they recorded the 0G thing. If we go full screen here, and then boom, and then we focus on you. Yay! I fixed it. I fixed it. So for people wondering what's going on, I have my PC that I play the game on, and that I also stream it from. But in order for Sophia to see me, I also am live on the Discord call from my laptop. And that thing is the one that got a little bit disconnected there, but we're fine. It's like
you did say that there was it was, prognosticated that we were gonna have a technical problem. So, it's fine. We got it out of the way. Now we can keep going.
The most important thing is that the stream is running smooth the entire time. People can still see you, and people can still see me on screen. It's just you cannot see. The 0G, I think it's everyone's favorite story about how they had to use the office chair. They cut the back of the chair off. And I think I bumped into it. And then basically Neil was pulling Elise there to just kind of record it. I think personally that it's just fantastic. That it's just really, really, it's just so cool. Another cool thing is that we also watched the entire mocap session in the office because they had a live stream there as well too.
What?
Yeah.
The best solar panels we've produced.
So we were working, but on the second screens we actually had the live footage of the motion capture, and we were living it, and we were commenting
It was
it.
great.
It was really good.
Yeah. It was so much fun. Even though sometimes I got so distracted by it that I had to, close it and open it afterwards because I got too distracted and it didn't work.
Because I loved Deliver Us the Moon so much, and I was actually looking forward to Deliver Us Mars as in like the sequel of the story, to kind of figure out what happens next. For the longest of times, I was trying to avoid any spoilers. So I was watching the motion capture sequence, but I wasn't. So I was watching it, but I was trying to not pay too much attention to it because I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna get spoilers for the game before even playing it. But that was really, really, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, I love this room. I love this room.
This room is
so cool.
What was going on in this room, because we do have a lot of environment narrative here, right, going on.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
this is the gym, right?
Oh yeah, they even have like the floating headphones in there. This is amazing. This is very convenient. You run on a treadmill, but you don't have to, you can just leave your headphones just floating in there.
And then grab them the next time. Yeah,
And
it's
yeah,
pretty
they
cool.
grab them the next time, like right where you left them off. This is cool.
Yeah, because I think we had this in here because when you spend too long in 0G, right, you need to do certain exercises and stuff to keep your body healthy because it does weird things to the body, I
Yes.
think.
Yes. Ooh, I don't think I've missed this one. There are a couple of... There is a couple of things. There's the first issue of Marsman, actually. Marsman issued 1, Marooned. The astronaut departs from the moon, his destination Mars, his goal to join the favored ones and onto a brighter future. But when the astronaut's ship gets hit by an asteroid, our hero gets stuck in a deep slumber. As his damaged vessel orbits the red planet for centuries, hidden and unknown, the astronaut remains asleep until... Then we don't know.
Yeah.
I've missed a couple of scannables and I've missed a couple of collectibles on my first playthrough. And I'm not sure... Oh yeah, they have the protein thing there. Getting buff there on Mars. Was this the one that I missed one?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
because if you already got it, it should be blue. So yeah, you missed it.
What? Okay, there we go. Now I found it. All right then. We found the issue. We found something that I haven't seen yet. So I'm always a bit confused on who sends it to who. I think it's Jeremy to Coffee or Coffee to Jeremy. How does it work?
So Jeremy is the gray one, and Coffee
Okay.
is the because this means it's Coffee's. Oh no! Oh god, it's correct. I get confused as well.
Yeah.
Because this is the Coffee's Astro tool,
Right.
right?
So this
So
is,
he sends the message.
so he sends the messages and he's gray ones, and Coffee's is orange ones. So Coffee says, I'm so bored up here. The ship practically does everything by itself. Jeremy, didn't you just start your rotation? Don't remind me. 3 whole months with Guy still to go before they shuttle in the replacement. Oh no, I feel bad for Guy, especially because if you know the names. So for everybody who's watching us,
Funny.
all of those messages that you find with Astro Tools, they're actual names of team members who have worked on Deliver Us Mars. And Jeremy was on stream last Wednesday, and Guy is our producer. And I'm also not gonna spoil, but something bad's gonna happen to Guy later on. And now,
Forgive. Yeah.
oh yes. Oh, had a word with Honey earlier. Oh yeah, what'd she say? Thought you were doing that tomorrow at the weird play thing? Hello? Sorry, security goon hovered around me. Had to pretend to be working. They've been cracking down hard on slacking here lately. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think she's into you. Sorry. Sad face. Chin up. I'll let you know how bad this play is. Might cheer you up? Thanks, man. Oh. Wait, how did I... Oh, wait. How did I miss that one?
Maybe you didn't see this room? It's pretty hidden away.
I've seen this room. Like, I've picked the Sarah to...
Yeah, I see you're missing one.
Oh, I'm still so this is the one that I cannot find. I found the WSA globe, I found Rolf's spacesuit, and then there's something there that I haven't found on this playthrough either.
I may know what it is, I need to think about it, but I took all the screenshots that you see here, right? The images of all the entries, I took those. So
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I found this one. Good. And then
nice.
I'm missing one. I'm still
then we're missing 2 comics, right?
Yes, I'm missing Moonman Bundle Volume 2, so I still have missed that one yet again. This is so sad. There's this one achievement that you get for finding everything, and I'm playing again and I'm missing it again.
Leah, come on, you're a developer and you miss stuff. Shame on you.
I actually need to ask, I have to ask for the locations of those things. Born today, there is a giveaway going on. You have to put !win in chat to enter. So put !win and it shall give you the opportunity to do so. All right, we are going...
Oh, yes, I love the view from here, yes. I think you can see the panels, right?
Oh, the solar panels.
Yeah.
You're right,
I love this, yeah.
You're right.
So cool.
This is cool. This is so awesome. Yeah, everyone who are watching us, the giveaway is on !win because we're giving away mission patches. And hanging out with Sofia, who is our game designer today as well too. Oh, we get to our very first puzzle.
But I think I can open it with a stream point.
Have you worked on those, or was it Leander? Or
Leander. I did some very small work on them, no, but puzzle was not my thing. So it was mostly Merlin and Leander.
Mostly Merlin and Leander. Wait, let me go back. Okay, I'm first person. But can't you still explain a little bit on how they work, what the technology behind them is, what do we see? Because everybody's like, weird device, weird beam. It's actually not that weird.
Yeah, it's based on the MPT technology from Deliver Us the Moon. But we wanted it to be more important in the gameplay, right? And not only in the big satellites, but actually used more often. So this was the idea we came up with, right? So a puzzle, a way also to make puzzles they'll all use the same starting mechanics and have different dynamics. So basically you have these transmitters that transmit energy, and then those are the receivers, but they have different power values. And then you're also going to find some pieces that can change these power values. And yeah, you need to figure out basically how to connect, how to make the final receiver receive the right amount of power.
Yeah, the right amount of power. So there is a little I'm calling them a little holograms, kind of like a little round graphic that shows you how much output each transmitter gives, and then how much output each receiver requires, right? And you have to match them. And if it matches, then it's blue and things work. And if there is too little or too much, then they will be red and nothing will work. Because I've seen people call those things differently. I call those the transmitters the MPT turret, and then I call the receivers, what do I call them? Round thingies, I mean, whatever works. The terminology behind them evades.
Thingies, it's great, I love it.
And then I had to come up with a lot of things. So see, basically what we did right now is that we made sure we solved this puzzle by rotating them one way or another. The coolest thing about the MPT beams, they go through glass. They don't go through solid walls, but they do go through glass. Now that's a lot of solar panels. You do need them when you're out there in space, right? This is how you get the energy. But Born to Dave says, haven't played this yet, but love Delivers the Moon and got the platinum last month.
Oh.
Great work, guys. Congratulations
Nice.
on the platinum. As you've seen, I would totally be terrible at getting that because I'm missing the scanner boss. I don't think this is something, I don't think this is something I can ever get, but people who get platinum for Delivers the Moon and Delivers Mars are my personal legends. I do recommend playing Delivers Mars, by the way. I think if you're a big Delivers the Moon fan, then
Yes.
you for sure going to love it. Really, really. This part, where are the oh, we are about to enter. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the flashlight because it's gonna look much better without it. This is so, oh, this room, I love it. It must be one of my favorite rooms ever.
Claire, I'm in the,
The
bridge.
control room, yeah, I love it as well.
Debris.
You sound almost happy.
Well, to be
Like
honest,
the
chaos
debris is so
very-
cool.
It looks wonderful.
Can you determine what caused it?
And I really love that we can also see Mars out of the window.
Yes,
And then the
yes.
panel is red and all of the light is being reflected. And then there is this debris floating. It's just truly wonderful. Like this area in game is just, you know, it's just really, 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 really great. Okay, I'm not sure what they want me to do. Not go there. I think they want me to check on it, right? Because basically, story-wise, we've found our clubbers. Oh, whoops.
Oh.
whoop.
You, but you.
Totally just bumping into Kathy's booty there. The camera. Oh, I think it's not there.
No, right now you need to find some information about why there's all this debris and stuff.
Yeah, and why it's empty. I think
I mean,
it's
I can tell you
here.
what you need to do, but I don't think I will.
I played this already, but I
What?
always am. I have a memory for Goldfish, Sophia. Every time is like the first time. I get investigate. Oh, investigate the area. They say.
Yes.
All right, investigate the area. Ayla.
So you already played this, but you forgot.
Yes, I was under pressure when I played this
Yeah.
on my stream. There were so many people watching. There was Koon also hanging out in there, so I was.
Okay, yeah.
I was terrified out of my mind.
I can see why, yes.
Sophia, you yourself also watched a lot of Deliver Smart streams,
Yes.
right?
Yes, the first days after it came out, I watched so many of them.
Emergency security
The
doors have
the
been
day,
activated
yeah,
here.
this was the thing you needed to do. Yeah. The day the release, I stayed up until like 3 a.m. watching streams.
And then also, I think the next
Whatever
day
happened behind those closed
after
doors
work,
is
like
outside.
during work as well, we also watched them.
Yeah, I was watching it during work.
Afraid
Yeah,
not.
it's really, I think it's great. You know, when you put so much effort and love and work so hard for a game, and then you actually see people playing it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite person who played the game?
Oof, I don't remember her name, but there was this girl who was streaming it.
Yeah. Penny?
Julia. And maybe I don't remember. But I know that Julia posted, linked her a picture on Twitter about me watching her stream, and I was really enjoying it. And
Was it
she-
Mandy? Was
Yes,
it tea with
maybe,
Mandy?
Looks like I
Yes,
need to fix
I
the
think
MPT
so.
converter
I
before
think
I can
so.
turn the aux power back
All
on.
But
right.
I don't remember because I watched so many, right? So
There was a lot. How does it feel to also be on stream?
it was kind of weird, doesn't it? Because it doesn't really feel like it's live, even though it is. I guess because I'm not used to it. It's cool though to watch you play it. I like that. It's fun.
I'm pretty terrible at playing video games. Actually, I found out. I feel like the older I get, the more challenging some of the things become for me. That's for sure, and especially like figuring out what to do. Also, especially like if the game doesn't hold your hand much, then
Yeah.
things get there. Okay. We are still exploring. Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
The boss.
The boss
challenge.
puzzle.
That's how we call it, the boss challenge.
The boss challenge. Really, you had a name for it.
Yeah, this is the Labus boss challenge.
Love. I really love it. I'm not gonna wait for her to. Oh, I cannot.
Yeah, you have to.
I
You
have
have
to
to.
listen. I have to listen to Sarah.
It's a narrative game, Lena. You can't skip stuff.
I'm here to have a conversation with you and then learn something about making the game. Sophia, tell me about it. When you make a puzzle, how do you find out if it's like too easy or too difficult?
Yeah, you need to test it. Test it with so many different people as much as you can. Like, it's really hard otherwise because you get used to how, you know, of course you're gonna be good at every puzzle. So
Right.
your opinion is not a really good one. And also the team knows how they work.
Right.
So they can be good for a first playtest, but then afterwards not anymore. So yeah, just lots of playtests with people who have never done them before.
We've never
That's
done
the
them
best way.
before, right? And you
Yeah.
basically get their feedback, right? You get to
Exactly.
see whether they were struggling with it or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
we actually had videos, right? And Merlin and I, we went through all of the videos. We spent like
Right.
2 or 3 days just watching people play them and taking notes of what could have been done better,
Right.
what needed to be done better. Oh,
I might die here.
yeah,
Alright.
so that's what we did, yeah.
This is
But not only with the puzzle, actually, with the whole game.
the whole game as well, to also kind of like figure out what, you know, where people struggle and where people not. Because this is
Exactly.
what I thought, because after it, like, especially if you've designed the puzzle, you can never really be sure how people are going to handle it.
Exactly, yeah.
This room
That's
is so
why you-
cool, and yet it's just like so scary.
Yeah, this Leander worked on this. I remember when he showed it the first time, Kun was like, oh my god, I love this room, we have to keep it.
Was there, because Jeremy and Jill, they mentioned that something that they've tried to put in the game later in the production didn't make it because we needed to release a game and there was not enough time to make it look good and feel good. Was there anything for you that could have made it to the game but didn't in the end? Something that you've
Yeah,
designed?
there's a couple of things. Yeah, I mean probably more, but that's what I can think of. For example, the decryption, right, that we talked
Right.
about before.
Yeah.
There's really no tutorial for it. You're just kind of, you know, thrown into it, and you have to solve it without really knowing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we really wanted a tutorial for it, but there was just not enough time in the end because we needed somebody from tech, right? But
Right.
of course, the programmers were so busy with bug fixing and this, you know, crashes, very big things. So of course, this ended up being not as important as those other things. So yeah, that didn't make it in. So I'm
Right.
still like, whenever I watch streamers play the first part, the first decryption, I was always like, oh god, I don't know if I want to watch this. But it ended up working anyway, right? So that's good.
I think it's maybe not a bad approach. That you kind of being thrown into the water like a kid, just like boom, swim now. You know, there we go. There's the
Exactly.
decryption. Go ahead. But I think it's also can be kind of nice to know. Oh, Ayla.
Oh.
Having a little breakdance. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh-oh. I just lost. I forgot her out there.
You locked her in there.
That's on me. That's on me, Ayla. I apologize. My apologies. Poor Ayla. She was just like, oh no. Okay, so that was 3, and then 1 to 3. We need to connect 4 and 5 now. Okay,
Yes.
good. Yes.
Also, if you press T, it's gonna tell you which one you need to connect.
Oh,
Just
oh,
FYI.
I don't want to do that. I know which one to
okay,
connect.
okay.
I got it. I got it. That was actually a very smart one because like this puzzle is really like so well done. I had trouble counting the dots. I think the most. I just sat there 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. But it's really really cool that you need to figure out the way to approach this area. This is
Yeah, we had
wonderful.
so many iterations on this puzzle in particular. Like so many. It changed so much throughout the development. Yeah. But yeah, I think it came out pretty good in the end.
I love it. I think it's wonderful. It's like a really, really good one. Very, very solid one. The sections and deliver the moon with timed oxygen must have been time consuming to test. So I know because we had this conversation with Malin, is how some of them work with the timed oxygen. For instance, if you've played Deliver as the Moon, there is the part after the crash where the lunar station crashes and you need to make it back to where the oxygen is. You're on a timer. However, the game counts how long it took you to get the first canister faster, and based on that information, it adds a different value to the timer, to your character. So no matter if you got to the first canister slower or faster, it's equally going to be challenging for you to get there, but the game actually adjusts. Like, it's a very cool adjustive system where it's never the same. And if you know it, you can actually trick it, because you can pick up the first canister at the last possible moment, just hover like right next to it. But I didn't tell you that. Like, you don't know that. But you can make it easier on yourself. But it's really cool. I love how it works. So we did the 6th one, then 1, 2, 3. I think the bottom one is next, right? I think that's 7.
Yes, it is. I mean, I can tell you, but
I think it's, there we go.
it is. Yeah.
All right. And then there is the final one that we're also going to fix right there.
Yes.
And we are getting it right here. It's nail biting action, loving it. It is. I think this is what it was. I think it's what it was supposed to be as well too. We have that in Deliver Mars, but with climbing actually.
Yep.
Unless you can't.
Yeah, climbing makes you sweat.
It makes you sweat, but you can't really bite your nails because your fingers are too busy holding those. Holding the triggers.
Yeah, my sister, she's not a big gamer, right? But of course, she
Right.
bought the game and played it because I worked on it.
Right.
But she's really not good at it. And she said that she struggled so much with the climbing because she just was just so anxious. So she kept letting go without meaning to.
Okay, they say
very
activate arc the bridge. I think we have to
Yeah.
go back. No,
Back to the bridge, yes.
back through the. I don't think. Are we going back through the same room here?
I
Don't
mean,
remember.
you can take the long route if you want to. If
I-
you go, yeah.
I'm gonna take the long one. I'm not
Okay,
supposed to go.
and-
Whoops.
Oh, you'll figure it out.
Okay. Oh, I'm lost, Sophia.
You need to. It's fun. It's kind of fun to watch you be lost. But you need to go up.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's here. That makes more sense.
I love this because it's where you came through, but you
Yes.
forgot.
See, I told you, memory for golfing. Oh, that makes way more sense. I didn't have to go through that room out there. Okay, cool. So now we can activate it here. It's 3D, okay? You know, I am here responsible for entertainment.
Arc Labos is fully functional.
Sophia and everybody who joins me are responsible for providing cool information about the
Let's check the
game.
MPT over.
I like that rule. I accept it.
Yes. Okay.
Now you need to check the MPT.
Now I need to check the MPT. So I'm pretty sure that was. No, that. Yep, there we go. That's here. That's the MPT dish, the big one.
There, the MPT
Ahead
is
of
fully
us.
operational again. I'm going to re-establish the connection to the surface.
Oh,
No, Kathy, we don't know what we'll find down there. You start the MPT connection and we broadcast our presence to anyone on the surface. Think before you act.
Roger that.
Right.
With Kathy.
Head back to the
I was thinking of exactly the same. Everybody's like bossing her around, and she does the work. You know, she does the hard work, and everybody is just like,
I think Claire is very, very protective of her, which is a nice thing, but also, you know, not the greatest.
You have a sister as well, Sophia.
Yes.
Can you relate to the Claire and Kathy relationship on that matter?
Well, not really, because we're twin sisters, right? So she's my age. So there was never really any, you know, bigger sister, older sister, younger sister relationship.
Right.
So I don't relate to that, but I can relate to the protectiveness, right? Because it's your sister, so you would do anything for her.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for being.
Oh,
I really
she-
love their relationship, though. Yeah.
Yeah, she apologized, and
Yeah, because she loves her, right?
Yeah.
She's good.
my favorite conversation between them
See how much
two
you've
was
grown.
when Claire was asking Kathy if she's in love with someone, if she likes someone.
Yes.
That was like
Thanks.
such a typical older sister kind of question. A bit cringe out there, like, oh, she's going there.
I love that. I love that. I also listened to that one specifically, I think, 50 times or something, because I worked on that part of the cutting.
Oh, right.
So I know it by heart, but I still love it. Oh, there we go.
Oh boy.
We are losing 3-axis stabilization.
Nominal velocity changes, propulsive efficiency.
That does not sound nice.
Unable to
That does
correct.
not look nice either.
Gone. Momentum desaturation.
Oh, no.
Has failed. Mass expulsion won't help. We are in loss of control.
Oh no.
Opera team, abandon ship. Brian, Sarah, to cargo in the pods. Kathy and I will try one last maneuver. Kat, do you copy? Kat, copy. You can do this.
You can tell she's like stressing
Stressed.
out.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Stable until we're ready to drop. Run a diagnostic on the attitude controller. They're our best shot.
I have no idea whatever they're saying to me. Every time I'm in the sequence and they say something, I'm like, okay, gibber, gibber, gibber. I'm just gonna go and press some buttons. But it's
Yeah,
really...
what you're doing, this actually works on this part, right?
Okay. Oh, okay. You can go
last
ahead
one.
and
Yeah.
tell us whatever we need to
Yeah.
know about this part.
Yeah, so this is the attitude controllers. So basically you are adjusting the angles of the remaining thrusters
Put them in.
to try and correct the what do you call it, the route, right? The way you're going.
Right.
And then you need to put this part here.
Right.
We're putting in the angles.
So we're putting in the angles of all of the 4 thrusters, right? To kind of like try and
Yes.
adjust
Right, exactly.
our course. So
Yeah.
we're
And
not...
before that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not just pressing random buttons.
No, it has, it has a meaning. It's based on what, some kind of actual situation that we thought of. And before you were just seeing, seeing the diagnostics and stuff to see of how much you needed to correct them. And this is the actual action that you're doing on the spaceship.
Sarah, Brian, Zebra.
I love this. So this is like very... So this is a possible situation on a real spaceflight, right? Where you have to...
Yeah,
kind of-
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I think because there's not really any information like this, right?
Right.
Actually, but we try to make it as feel as realistic as possible. That's for sure.
It feels very realistic, and also like this moment is so stressful. There is an alarm blasting. There is
Yes.
a bright red screen in front of me. There is Kathy screaming in my ears, and everything. You have to press buttons. The stressful
Yes.
situation
And
is
this- yeah,
very
and it's
well
shaking,
done.
right? Yeah.
And everything is shaking, so it actually makes you feel. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I love this part. Oh, so good.
So it actually makes you feel like you were doing something. Oh, I don't think this is the right. No, I knew it. I remembered.
Actually, whichever route you choose,
Oh,
there's always gonna
really?
be yeah.
So no matter which way you go, this is the part that's gonna fall down on you. What?
Yes.
This is cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I implemented that actually. Yeah. There's
This
because
is-
it checks if it has already happened, right? So if it has already happened, it doesn't happen again.
This is wonderful. I never knew that. Thank you for letting me know that. So the game knows.
Yes, the game knows.
There is a question. Is there a timer on the thruster adjustment? Because it seems like there is none. But
There
can you-
is.
Yeah.
There
So you
is.
can fail at that part, right?
Yeah, if you're very slow, you just the ship explodes and you die.
Is there a cutscene showing that the ship goes boom?
And no, it's just a phase bit. So it's
Okay.
just and then you die. It just says game over and start again. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, this part.
no. This part. This was the part that I had to absolutely turn off while I worked for the mocap.
Oh,
Because
really? 'Cause
it
you
was just so
couldn't.
heavy. Yeah.
It still gets me. I've seen it so many times, but it still
same,
gets
Lena,
me.
same, okay? Same. I just, every time I can feel that it's getting to me, yeah. And Moon Bear,
And
huh?
Moonbear as well too, just floating behind her. The poor little Moonbear.
So heavy, yeah. Elise is so good here. Like, she's really amazing.
She totally nailed that part.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Ah, love this part.
Like actual goosebumps every time I watch this cutscene. It's insane. Like,
I
that's
just love it so much.
Pod exceeding optimum velocity.
Oh boy. Ah,
You
come on.
need to click on the joystick. Bottom right.
Bottom. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Ah! I can do it. Never mind. That didn't work. This sequence is also like super insane to me.
It's yeah. I mean, your crash landing on Mars. That's something.
Okay, let's deploy this parachute. I know it'll work. We got this, just like we trained.
Up, up.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like we trained.
This is an actual thing when they when there are ski pods or anyway, you know, safety. Like when pilots are ejected, there's always the parachute handle.
So it's
And
never.
it's always yellow.
So it's never super automatic, right? So it's always like you have to put the hand on.
And some things are automatic and some of them aren't. Or there is always a manual release if it's needed. Because if something goes wrong, you want to be able to do it manually.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like a glove. Oh, I love this sequence because it always reminds me of our announcement trailer.
Yes, same.
Like, this part is the something that I can never forget of, like, how it goes, and we had the Frontier Foundry and KeokeN written on the pieces of debris, and there's this parachute and then W style. Like, this is fantastic. Parachute did finally deploy, but maybe a little bit later than it had to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this whole sequence actually is you can't fail, right? Because whatever you do, you end up crash landing anyway. So we didn't want the player to feel like there was, you know, there's a fail state, but if you don't fail, you crash anyway. That didn't make any sense. So we ended up just, you know, the players don't know it, so they think they can fail, and then they think, oh god, it's because I didn't deploy the parachute in time that I crashed.
I love that one, and if you didn't, like, I also love that no matter, like, you can just sit there and chill and watch the cutscene and not do anything, and you will still crash, just like as if you did something. But when you're playing for the very first time, you don't know that, so...
Exactly. So you do something, and then you're like, oh, it didn't work.
Yeah, so you do something, so you're like, okay, because, like, when you don't know that there is going to be a crash, like, this was my favorite, right? So, like, okay, maybe I can, like, change something, and then... I also love the fact that even if you do everything right, it just fails, because, like... your pod is damaged, and then
exactly.
It makes
pod
sense.
Is not, it's not in a good condition. It's not gonna make it anyway.
Yeah. Ooh, and this is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
ta-da! We are on Mars. So I'm gonna tell you, but you could fail even more. I mean,
yes.
And I feel like in this game you always can fail a bit more. When you could. So when I got to this spot and I knew that there were a few hidden Easter eggs in the game, but I didn't know where they were. Like, I knew that there were things to be found, so I ended up exploring this area, going all the way there. I truly did.
Did you really?
Yeah, I really did. And then I went all the way there, and I think Kevin and Brian, they were watching my stream, and then in some areas you can make it so that the game doesn't even understand what you want from it anymore because you're not supposed to be there in the first place. So I was walking through the dunes and then like half the clear was visible and then like I think the game was just like, why are you even here? Like it was asking me that. And the crazy thing is we have the soundtrack, right? That is it's adjustable to where you're at. So it won't quite change until you've passed a certain point. So the part that you hear the train, I was listening to it for like 50 minutes. It was me walking around aimlessly trying to find what's not there to the never-ending train. I was like, if Sander is watching that, he hates me right now because like that part.
I love this. This is great.
So
and
now
I
it's
that,
changed.
You went all around to try and look for stuff when there's none, but you still miss stuff that's there.
Yes. Stuff that's there I missed, but I spent an hour looking for stuff that's not there. This is me, and this is just like, this is such a, I mean, yeah, but I thought even later on, I saw a whisper on Twitch from Julia saying, Lena, there is nothing there, but I saw it way too late. I saw it after I already finished this stream. She was trying to save me from the exploring everything. But you can, if you're watching, you can go all the way there and see what's up there, and you can go all the way here as well too. So,
but there is nothing.
But I proved that there is quite nothing there. I mean, there is something. There is beautiful Martian landscapes that you can kind of walk around. That is definitely there.
True.
But in terms of any Easter eggs or collectibles, there is nothing. So. Nah, but I had to make sure, okay? I had to be absolutely sure that there is quite nothing there. And I love this sequence as well too. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, this was one of the things that was in, I think, from the very first, like it was in for a long time, this part. This sequence here, I don't remember if Kevin and Brian made it, and we were like, okay, this is amazing, we're gonna keep this, and it's still there.
And it's still there.
Yeah. Like, I think almost 2 years ago, it was already in or something, yeah.
And the sandstorm is coming, and we see the arcs there, and this is just... The soundtrack, yeah, it's all crazy. This is so good.
Yeah, I love this part. We're on Mars.
I love that I learned a lot from you that there is a place where the part would crash on either side, because I thought that you could pick the right side and then the other one would just stay there, but it turns out it's like different parts.
Yeah. So you experience the full crash experience either way.
I did, and I even got lost while you were also watching me. I think this is like peer pressure. I did it. I promise you, I did it.
Because you knew that I was judging you.
Yes, I promise you, I did it better.
It's okay.
Oxygen is blinking. Yeah, well, actually, before we wrap up, because we're done with this chapter, so it's a good place. We've made it to Mars. We're gonna pick up next week, but it's a good thing that we do have oxygen blinking on the backpack. Whose design was it, Sofia?
It was mine.
Ah, nice. So
yes.
Yeah, it's really cool because we don't have the UI in the game, right, for full immersion, but we had to make sure that there is a way to tell if there is enough or
because we didn't want to have timers, right? Because timers are the way the work delivers the moon. Merlin was not completely satisfied with that. Nobody was, so we wanted to change that, improve that. So we didn't want to have visible timers, and we also didn't want to have oxygen pressure every time you're using oxygen, because that didn't always work with the flow of the game.
Right.
So we came up with this. So you don't have a timer, but you have lights on your backpack, or in first person you have lights on the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
To tell you how much oxygen you have left. And also you can see that right now, since you have, basically no oxygen, the effect was very heavy, right? To tell you you're in danger, go find some oxygen.
Yeah, everything gets blurry, right? Yeah. Because in the beginning everything is fine, but then
you hear the heartbeat.
You hear the heartbeat, yeah, and then I really love this design. This is really, really good. Yeah, now we're dead, and then you can also eventually also. I really love that part because even when she sprints, it's not really a sprint. It's very, it's very troubled movement. I think it's a great system, and also I think it works really great for.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. Also because it's not an invisible timer, right? Sometimes it works with volumes, so we can, you know, control the exact flow of the level and the tension.
A good way to keep someone on the edge of their scene, and also makes exploration a bit risky sometimes, because sometimes if you want to explore and you're in the area where there's no oxygen, you sometimes... This is what happened to me, I think.
Wait, the station replenished my oxygen.
In the area where you have to cut the debris from one of the thrusters.
How is this still
I enjoyed the environment so much that I wanted to spend a lot of time in there, that I actually didn't have enough oxygen left to actually do the mission. And then when Kathy suffocated and died, the checkpoint was like, okay, you were right there, but it spawned me there with like very little oxygen outside. Yeah, and yeah, it was fun. Definitely, it was fun. It actually put a pressure there. So I literally had to like make it on basically like 1 HP. I finished that. It was also the puzzle, the little one where you have to get the power back on to the thruster, but you have to do this little Simon Says kind of where you have to remember the order of the switches to turn them into. Imagine doing that when everything is dizzy, like and blurry, and you're like, I made it harder on me than it had to be, because that's not intended. If you just go and do it in the beginning and then you don't float around, you have more than enough. But for me, I felt like this is just wonderful. And this
do you know that you can go back to the airlock and get air back?
This is what Kevin suggested in chat, but
you didn't want to, okay.
I was like, I can...
You like living on the edge.
Yes, I clutched it. And it's my it's my achievement. This is why the clutch truly happened. Okay, cool. We are on this part. I love it. I love that we have talked about so many things to you, and that I've learned so much today as well. It's been so good. We've made through the entire chapter 3. We've made it to Mars. Watched us that cutscene.
I'm very happy that we watched the said cutscene while I was here, because I love that part.